Shalom family, this is Grammy Yah. I thought I would bring you along because I will be canning different varieties of beans today. I will be canning navy beans, black turtle beans, great northern beans, pinto beans, and red kidney beans, you guys. Yes, so I've been having these beans just laying around and I'm just tired of looking at these little individual packets. They need to be put in a jar, okay? So I have all my beans right here. I have them in water. I'm about to clean them. With beans, you guys, beans is one of the easiest thing to can. I have my beans right here in water only because I'm just getting ready to go through and take out any bad beans, and I'm just going to clean them. This is a no soak method. You do not have to soak your beans, you guys, okay? And I will be working with pint-sized jars today. All my beans are going in pint-sized jars. And so since I'm working with pint-sized jars today, you would need a half a cup measuring cup, okay? A half a cup. When you're working with pint-sized jars, you only need a half a cup of beans, okay? And when it comes down to the salt, you only need a half a teaspoon of salt. You can add as much seasonings as you want, but when it comes down to salt, the recommended amount is a half a teaspoon or less. You don't have to put any salt in it at all. You don't have to put any seasonings in it at all, okay? So I do go a little heavy on my other seasonings other than salt. I will be using beef broth today to help season my beans. And if you have not seen the sea salt, well, you can use sea salt as well. But if you have not seen the canning and pickling salt, this is what it looks like. It's by Morton, okay? And I will be using some minced garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, and for the black beans, cumin, okay? So I think this is it. We need a debubbler. We're going to need our funnel. And we will need our vinegar to wipe our jars. Okay, family? So let me get these beans clean. No soak method. No overnight soaking. None of that. So get your beans ready because this is going to be very, very easy. Anyway, I'm also going to leave a link to a video that I did, the just Great Northern, but this is going to be a variety of beans because you can different types of beans in the jar, you guys. You don't have to stick with all Great Northern or all pinto beans. You can have pinto beans in one jar, Great Northern in another jar, navy beans in another jar. Yeah, so just in case you're trying to get rid of some beans. All right, you guys, let me get these beans cleaned up and I'll bring you back. Okay, fam, I'm going to start with the pinto beans. Put your funnel on it. Half a cup of pinto beans. A half a cup of pinto beans. You guys, beans are so easy. There's your half a cup of pinto beans. Now I am going to do my half a teaspoon of canning salt. Half a teaspoon in both jars. And now I am going to add a heaping half a teaspoon of onion powder and a heaping half a teaspoon of garlic powder in both jars. In both jars. And now I'm going to add some minced garlic. You can add whatever seasonings that you want to, whatever is your taste buds, okay? And now I'm going to take the beef broth and I'm just covering the beans. That's it. I'm just covering up the beans because I'm going to fill my rest of the jar with water, okay? I have my water. Everything is room temperature, family. So we want the 1-inch head space. For all the beans, 1-inch head space. Now we want to get this air out. So then we just debubble. Just stir it around, move the beans around. Same with this jar, and same with all the other jars, okay? These are the pinto beans, okay? And now, we're just going to get our vinegar, wipe off our rims, so our jars can seal. Because we don't want to do all this work and then our jars don't seal. That would be a bummer. That would be a bummer, okay? So here we go. So now I have the liquid in, put on my lid, and we're going fingertip tight. Fingertip tight. And that's all we need. So I'm going to finish with the kidney beans and I'll bring you back for the next set of beans. All right, fam, I am down to my black turtle beans. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get my Great Northerns in the same canning pot because I'm already up to 15 jars and my canner holds 20 jars. So let's see. All right. Let me get a funnel. We're going, I'm spilling half a cup of beans. I think this is going to, here we go. Half a cup of the beans. I'm treating these beans like black beans, family, okay? With these beans, I will still add a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, okay? I will add a half a teaspoon of canning salt, a heaping half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a heaping half a teaspoon of onion powder, and now I will be adding cumin. I will add a half a teaspoon of cumin because these are black beans, okay? And I'm going to finish filling up my jars off camera, but it looked like that I'm gonna have to start a new canner for my Great Northerns, but that's fine. Okay, so now that I have my beans, here's something I spilled in here. So now I'm going to add my broth. You might be wondering, Grammy, why are you adding beef broth? Beef broth gives your beans a better taste, and if they're sitting in your pantry for like months, it forms a type of gravy. So now your beans going to have a nice gravy taste to them, okay? So I'm putting in my water, room temperature, fill up the rest, 1 inch headspace, 1 inch headspace, okay? Debubble, just stir it around. Get all the air bubbles out, because there's air pockets in there. And now we're going to take our vinegar and we're going to clean off our rims. And as you clean off your rims, just make sure that there's no nicks and cracks in your jars. Usually you can do that while you're washing your jars. I always wash my jars in soapy hot water, but they don't have to be sterilized. Okay, now I'm taking my tops and my rings, and we are going fingertip tight. Just fingertip tight. All right, I'm going to finish filling up these black beans in these jars, you guys. And the next time I see you, we will be at the canner. Yes. All right, fam. I've Got all my beans in the jar. And you know what I noticed? 1 16-ounce bag of beans, basically it gave me 5 jars because I was just using a half a cup because I'm using pint size. It gave me 5 jars. One bag gave me 5 jars. Now you guys, you know you cannot beat that. This is a steal. But anyway, here are my black beans. I'm loading up my canner. I am working with a Presto 23-quart canner. And I am working with regular mouth jars. With regular mouth jars, I can get 20 pint size jars in my canner. Pinto beans. Okay. And with a 23-quart canner, you guys, you can buy this divider. It comes separately. Now I can lay this divider on top of those jars and I can finish loading 10 more. These are the navy beans. You don't have to add beef broth, you guys. You can add water. Kidney beans, you wait till they come out. They're going to look so delicious. Yeah, you don't have to add beef broth. You can just add water. And whatever seasonings that you like. Okay? Alrighty. I have my 20 jars in here, you guys. Now, I'm going to add my vinegar. This is to keep my jars from getting cloudy. About 2 tablespoons, you guys. If you have a Presto 23-quart canner and you cannot see the line, because a lot of people say they have problem finding the line. What I did was, once I did find the line, I used a Sharpie and I just wrote on top of the line. And that Sharpie, it lasts. It lasts a long time. But even still, if you can't find that little faint line, you can fill this up 3 times. A quart-sized jar, fill it up 3 times, and it should come where that line is, okay? Just in case if you don't know where the line, or you found a canner at a yard sale or whatever. Okay, before I put this on here, this is very important. Okay, this vent pipe, you have to make sure you can see clear through it, okay? Make sure nothing is blocking it. Make sure your gauge is tight. This button right here, make sure that goes up and down. We're going to flip it over and we're going to hold this right here and make sure that it doesn't move. If it's tight, you're good, because if it's not tight, your canner will not come up to pressure, okay? Bam. Now I'm closing my canner. I'm going to turn my heat on high. Make sure your canner is in the middle of your eye. So now the next part is this canner has to come up to pressure, okay? Once this vent pipe right here starts shooting steam steadily for 10 minutes, I'll bring you back. Okay, fam? This vent pipe has been shooting steam steady for 10 minutes. I will now put on my weight regulator. I have my weight regulator on. Now my button has popped out. That button means that my canner is locked. I cannot open this canner even if I wanted to, okay? So now with the Presto 23-quart canner, you guys, this is gonna have to come up to pressure. For my altitude, it's gonna have to come up to 10 pounds of pressure. If you don't know your altitude, Google it. And also, read your manual, because different canners have different instructions. So I just want to let you know that. So now this canner, it's going to take between 8 and 9 minutes for it to come up to pressure, to come up to 10. And another thing I just wanted to tell you, I wasn't for sure if I said anything. Everything that I worked with today, it was room temperature. My water was room temperature. My broth and my water that went in my jar was room temperature. My beans were room temperature. So I'm just letting you know. So whatever you're doing, let the product and the water be consistent. If you're doing hot packing, Everything must be hot, okay? So once this come up to 10, I'll bring you back. Okay, fam, I have reached 10 pounds of pressure. I will set my timer for 75 minutes because I am working with pint-sized jars and they are beans. I will dial my heat back. And if your gauge go between 10 and 11, that is okay. Do not let it fall below and don't let it pass 11. So this will process for 75 minutes, and after 75 minutes, I will turn my heat off and I will let it come down from pressure. And after that, my button will drop to let me know that I can unlock my canner, and I will just let it sit here between 5 to 10 minutes. Just let my canner rest, and I'll bring you back. Okay, family. My canner has come down from pressure. It has been sitting here for about 10 minutes. I think I got bad news. I heard something pop, you guys. So this is real. So we're going to see what's going on inside of this canner. But I heard something pop and I heard a hissing sound. So we're going to see. All right, I'm going to take my weight regulator off. Okay, I'm getting ready to open up my canner. I'm going to lift up my canner away from me, and I'm going to drop it back down because this canner has a lot of steam inside of it. Here we go. Voila. Oh, you guys, those beans smell so delicious. All right. Oh, they smell so good. I'm just praying that I don't have a cracked jar, but guess what? It happens. So, and if it is, this is the time that you're going to see it. So here we go. I'm going to take this off away from me and I'm going to the sink. All right. Oh, I see it. Yep, I have a cracked jar, you guys. Yes, one of my kidney beans broke. Kidney beans, you guys. Here we go. This is my broken jar. Look. It happens. All right, family, I have all my jars out. I had 2 to break on me. The navy beans and the kidney beans broke on me. So it happens, okay? So this is something that happens from time to time. This is not my first time that it happened, but it will happen. As long as you can, every now and then you will get a broken jar or 2, okay? But the rest of them, they already popping, they're sealing. Hey, this is a lot of food. I give all praises to the Most High. I did this for you guys. I let you see the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? Look at this. And the rest of those beans are down in my canner. So I have a mess. So you guys, I just want you to know that I love you. And y'all know I do. But guess what? I love the Most High more. Shalom.